Again, my name is Brett Kay, Senior Trainer inside Real Estate. Our main flagship, KB Core, that's what I predominantly train on. But Core Listing Machine is an add-on, if you will, to KB Core that Kai's has seen fit to provide you with. So know that I know sometimes you get given these tools, all these other software programs. Sometimes, at least for me, I might take them for granted just because they're there. But I'll tell you what, you folks should not be taking this one for granted, right? Just like KB Core. It's a powerful tool to really help you brand yourself, your listing, without you having to do anything. That's right. I mean, except get the listing. let me preface by that. But it automates and creates a unique property tour website in addition to the one you already have with KB Core. And it creates a text code that you can go out and advertise, and a 24-hour, let's call it a hotline that you can advertise on your sign writer. And we also post articles for you. So in a nutshell, that's what's happening. You get a listing within 24 to 48 hours, more towards 24 hours. All this automation is happening, creating this unique website for you and your client, makes you look like a rock star. So the hardest part of today really is to connect your social media and decide how often you want to post listings. And that's about the short of it. So my hope, this is one of the easiest and fastest software trainings that you've ever had. I am recording it. I'll make sure you get a copy. And with that, let's jump in. I would encourage each and every one of you, please. I know you got a lot going on. I know it's Friday. And please, if you have questions, stop me. If I'm moving too fast, slow me down. I want to make sure that you walk away knowing what to do next. Okay. And if you just don't want to type in the chat, raise your hand. I'll be happy to unmute you. Sound good? Once again, my name is Brett. Let's do it. A little background, just so you know, if you've ever heard of Circle Picks, and I know some of you have, that's really what Core Listing Machine is. We just rebranded it and made it better and integrated it with KB Core. So that's what we're going to talk about. You kind of got the overview right there of what's happening. You get a new listing, and we take care of the rest in terms of marketing and advertising that. Not that you shouldn't do more with KB Core using our playbooks and stuff like that, because you definitely should. You know, can you really advertise enough? And my thought and experience is absolutely not, right? As much as we can get out there. So it creates a website for you. It'll put together a kind of a slideshow from your listing images, a little video on YouTube. So be thinking, if you don't have a YouTube channel right now for you and your business, well, today's the day. If you don't have one, we post it to your office YouTube channel. There on that website, there's a multitude of lead capture options, as you'll see here. We'll look at an example. You can actually print stuff out quite easily. Door hangers, listing presentation, open house announcers, and then ways to communicate with all those folks. The second part of it, and you might be asking yourself, well, should I even be here? I don't have a new listing. Yes, you absolutely should, because when you do get it, you'll be ready. You don't want to be scrambling to set this up in addition to all the other work you're doing with your new listing. So the second part of it's called Core Social. And what we're doing with this, even if you don't have a listing, we post articles on your behalf, curated content that you pick the subject matter on, and we post them. So like I think it's 3 of your social media accounts. So you're just going to be authorizing that. You can view what's coming up into the future, and heck, you could write your own articles if you want. But the idea is that you're the expert in your area. People are going to continue to see you out there online. And although you're not specifically advertising, a listing with these articles, it's a great way, to give people a reason to go to your website. You're the expert in your area. So without you doing anything, we're posting articles for you. So that's it in a nutshell. And today here, our whole goal is just to get you set up, to authorize, if you will, and say, yes, you can post to this account. Yes, you can post to this account. Here's my image. Here's my about me. Save and continue, done. That's the short of it, okay? So what I'd like to do, I'm going to get out of this slide deck for one moment here, and I'm going to go over to KB Core. I'm going to point out some resources you have to yourself. You also have a self-guided quick start module that you can access. I'm not going to go over every single detail, every single button you can push. That would be boring. Number one, here in Core Listing Machine, I'm just going to give you the highlights to get you set up and get you dangerous. You want to go in and see all the settings, all the little things that you can do to customize and change. Well, log into KB Core, go to this left-hand side bottom where support and training is. Let's go to our learning portal. Let's go to our learning portal, and we're going to search in here for Core Listing Machine. Okay, the quick start. Now I should, let me give this a shot, just be able to search on it. And sure enough, there it is. So up at the top in the keyword, you see that up here on the right? I just put in Core Listing Machine, and you're going to see the admin quick start. Unless you're an admin, that's not for us. Agents, that's what we are looking for. And from there, let's just go ahead and click in. And you're going to just log into your course. This is just giving you basically an index. Absolutely free, repeatable. And here it is, right? It's broken into 6 sections that you can really dive deep. So just know that you can access this at any time. And any questions so far about where to go to do the self-paced coursework? All right then, stop me if not. How do you get there? What do you do next? 2 ways. Upper right, your company cloud, which by the way, working with your organization, I've yet to see a brokerage that offers as many additional tools as Kai's does to the family and Kai's companies. So you can go look for Core Listing Machine here. Just click the drop down. That'll bring you there. Or you go over to the left. You're looking for marketing. See this marketing tab? And then this Core Listing Machine, same thing. Let's go ahead and click that. And then you will be and arrive to your Core Listing Machine dashboard. This is what it looks like. Now, after you've set it up, really the thing does become automated. Leads that are generated will flow into here in the upper left. They will also flow into KB Core. So you can take advantage of our follow-ups and behavioral automation. Nothing for you to do extra in that regard, but you can also view all your leads from your Core Listing Machine dashboard. As with KB Core, bottom right-hand corner, everyone, bottom right-hand corner, 7-day-a-week technical support. Absolutely no cost. Just like KB Core, you got it for Core Listing Machine. We have a team dedicated to this platform. Okay. In the center, when you see these posts, this is referring to that core social that I just mentioned. So I can see, and this is a real account, one of your colleagues. There's 14 posts pending for Facebook, 6 for Twitter, 0 for LinkedIn. You can view them also just showing the articles that we're going to be posting out to the future. Far right, these are your social media connections. At a minimum, I'm recommending you do Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Okay. Notice his over here needs attention, connected, not connected. Over time, especially with Facebook and LinkedIn, you're going to be asked to re-authenticate the permission, if you will. They just want to make sure we're not robots. So nothing's broken. Travis here just needs to go in and reconnect. Okay, so you'll get an email outside the system as well. Now over here on the bottom, what we're seeing here are all your listings that will flow in. Okay, so when you have listings, they will magically appear here. You can do some quick actions over here on the right. If you want to pay a few bucks and boost it, links to share with people, the virtual tour, print stuff out. You want to move stuff around or add stuff, and how many people, what's happened, views, leads. If you want to dive in all the way, click that view button on the far right, and here's your actual listing. Okay. We'll notice here, there's the image listing here on the left. Here in the center, we're getting, for example, the 24-hour hotline. Someone can call. They hit that extension, and you're going to get a lead, and they're going to get that listing on their phone. Okay, so you could immediately, as soon as we notify you that, hey, your Core Listing Machine stuff is done, and we'll email you and come in here and start advertising this, make you look like a rock star for your client. You also have short codes that you can advertise. Say, text this to get more info on this property. Let's take a quick peek at the website that gets created for you. And what's really cool is also from your KB Core, there'll be a link to this, okay, that they can see even further. So you'll notice it loads here with lead capture. If they want more information, want to be contacted, they can do that right here. That's number 1, lead capture. 2, very nice, huh? It's already branded for you. And they got this nice gallery mode, right? Just pulling straight from your listing. Pretty nice little apartment there. And let's just take a quick peek and we'll get you set up. Pulling straight from your MLS. Okay, it looks nice, huh? I want to make sure that you folks have your image today and your bio, because if you don't, these 2 things will be empty. If you did fill out your About Me, it should pull over, but let's double check that it did. And if it doesn't, let's fill that out today. Lead capture, schedule showing, visit my website, social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. They want to go to your channels. This is something of note I'll say to you all, where it says view my listings. Travis here has quite a few listings. If you only had 1, for example, because you can make this setting like this, well, then all I would see is 1. What I recommend for you folks that don't have a lot of listings at this time, you're going to see something in the setup called marketplace listings. Let me drop this into the chat just so you see it. Marketplace listings. So you are also known as MPLs. That's how it's going to be in there. And what this is telling you is, like, do you want to show marketplace listings? You want to say yes. All this is showing is everyone from your office's listings. So over here, it would look like you had a ton more listings because it would be all your office. Okay, so if you got a lot, no reason in the world why you just shouldn't click that button. So when you see MPLs, just think those are my colleagues and my office listings. Keep it in-house. Over here on the right, straight to the website. Nice mortgage calculator. They want to print out the brochure, by all means. Just give me your name and you just got a lead. School info, right? That's nice. Public and private. Overview information here on the right. Local weather. Even driving directions. And that is the property tour website. So that's what goes out, and we market to your social media too, okay, and drive them to this spot. So far, so good. Let's get back to and get you set up. You can always come to the upper right, my other right. Happy Friday. My left, upper left. See that little house in the cogwheel? That'll just bounce you right back to the main dashboard page. Everyone good? Now, 2 ways that you can really get set up. I'm going to guide you through the quickest and easiest, but I'll advise you that here in the upper left, you're going to see 2 tabs. You're going to see the marketing tab, which you want to get a quick QR code for your listing, something you can print out, share with somebody, direct someone to your website. To get set up, we're going to be over here in that social media tab. See that one right here? I can see my dashboard. Setup is what we're going to want to do today, and it'll just guide you through a quick wizard. Now, I'm not going to go through this setup for you just because it's so simple. I'm just going to give you some highlights. It's really a next, and I'll make it easy for you. Okay, so I'd advise you to go through this setup when you're done here or right now. I'm going to draw your attention to the upper right, Learning Portal. That's where that course is, self-paced course. Questions, that's our knowledge base, our FAQ site. Cogwheel, this is just saying where are we notifying you, and you can kind of see an overview of what's going on in your system. Let's go ahead and click on our little avatar. It's far, far upper right. You're going to see your name, setup, preferences, edit your profile, username, and log out. Okay, so I'd advise you to click in that upper right. Let's go to agent setup. I know that that we are working on at this time making some big improvements with core listing machines. So if you see, for example, my computer's been running a little slow today, just keep that in mind that we have some big plans for this product going forward here in 2022. But we questions so far? Okay, while that's loading, I'm going to bring us back over here to my little slide deck here. Just point a couple things out when we're thinking about best practices. When your website is ready, after you got your listing and say, hey, your website is all ready, and we give you all the links. Here's the phone number. Here's the short code. Definitely, shoot that straight over to your seller. Okay, the best practice to think about, and a link to your business page. These are good best practices. Definitely something to think about in your post. Mention the seller's name. And also, why not say, hey, here's the link, Mr. or Mrs. Seller. Why don't you post this on your platforms, on your social media accounts? Okay. And look at that when you think about it too. That could quite very well open up another angle for you for your sphere of influence. The short code I mentioned. All right. And hey, if they text it to you, you're going to most likely very high percentage to get an accurate phone number. And the beautiful thing is here with KB Core, they're going to flow right in. Do note that they will have a source of circle picks. So what you could do, something to think about long term, is set up a campaign with texts, right? That as soon as they come in, that automatically attaches. That's something that's super easy. So let me just show you here. Let me try that one more time. Refresh from KB Core in our Smart CRM. Just going to show you how you could find that. So I clicked back to KB Core. In the upper left, I went to my Smart CRM. And then I went ahead and selected Filter. And I went down to Contact Details. And I can search by source. So since you now know it's called Circle Picks, I believe it's in this one, you could search on that source. See that? And then go ahead and filter at the bottom. And just a little FYI that you might not have thought of, or maybe didn't know, you can save filters in KB Core, and then you can put that filter up at the top so you don't have to quit or keep running it every time. Let me show you how that is. So if I wanted all leads that were circle picks, I could save that filter. I could say, Core Listing Machine leads. I could pin that to the top. Save new filter. Goodness gracious, my computer is running very slow today. Sorry about that. And look what happened at the top. See that? CLM leads. So if I click that one, now it's going to sort those leads right here. Pretty cool, right? And you can see, have they been to my website? Do I have them set up on a search alert? And that kind of thing. Go ahead and delete this here real quick. No. Delete. Yes. Okay. Questions? Okay. If you haven't already, it would be a good idea to have your logins ready for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Okay. See if I can get this one more time. Let me go, because if not, I might have to log out and log in. Gosh, I had problems the last time I did this, and I was assured they're getting work done, but everything's kind of running slow. And truthfully, my internet's a little slow here today, so apologies on that. There we go. All right, so the first place is going to go look at the top. See how we have those arrows? There's really 5 steps that I'd ask you to review today. And that's pretty much it, friends. That's it. You might run the setup to double check, but this should take care of everything. So most of your info here should already be here. Just double check it. Is that the phone you want? Is that the email you want? You have put all your social media in one place. And if you're on the fence, you definitely should think about getting a YouTube channel. The fact that Google owns YouTube, advertising and making videos like that on that channel really can help your rankings, is the feedback I'm starting to receive. So something you might think about leveraging, right? Something you might think about leveraging. Is everyone good so far? Just making sure. Henry, yeah, it's not happening. And I would point to Instagram for that. We've been trying for over 3 years, and that's something on their end in terms of integration that we haven't been able to connect, at least automatically. But something to think about is with those stories, you could put link into your story, just like you can do with KB Core listings into Instagram. If you'll note that with KB Core, we can't do it with landing pages or squeeze pages either automatically, right? And that's the key point here technologically, is auto posts. That's what this is. I would say, sir, that it is coming. It has been a challenge, but just know you could put the links that you get for the website, the short code, the 24-hour line into a story. Okay, in Instagram. Great question. Yeah, it is very, and Henry, none of us here disagree with you. It's just been such a challenge for auto posting. That's really what the issue is. Okay, which is why we got to re-authenticate. Good question. Good point, I should say. Okay, then when you feel good and this looks good on the far right, go to next. There's your bio. Okay, if you did put in about me, it should be here from KB Core. If you didn't or it's not here, let's just, I mean, let me know if it's not, and I'll make sure that if there's a glitch that we get it fixed. But people want to know who they're buying from, working from, listing with. That's simple. Cool thing you can put right on that same spot. So where Travis here, we do this bio right here, you could put a little video, YouTube video right here. Okay, and why not? Videos help your indexing and being found better. So even if you're a little bashful, well, show something in maybe your area or just something to think about. Anything we can do to help our rankings, the better. So if you had a YouTube video, put the link in here, submit, and next. Pretty self-explanatory there. Definitely don't want to have an empty avatar sitting right here. Your logos, all the branding, the coloring, that has been set in stone, let's say, for all Kai's company and Platinum. And just keep that in mind. All the Kai's families, they've already been set up. Nothing for you to worry about or do in this regard. Just say next. Print suite, same thing. Basically, your logos and branding has been set. You can still print, but everything's been set per Kai's brand and guidelines. Nothing to do there. Social media account setup. Now, if you've already gone through the setup wizard, which I'm not going to bore you with going through every single step, you'll get the idea. This is telling me, notice that I can connect these right here that aren't connected. And this is telling me they are connected. Okay, so right here, if you see a connect for Twitter, you see a connect for your Facebook personal, then just click the button. It'll ask you to log in, and then we're going to pick frequency. Okay, so first, something to note, first you need to connect your personal page, then you can connect your business page. Good? LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. I know, and if you haven't yet, maybe you're already on that train. YouTube's powerful. A lot of people are in there. No reason in the world why you shouldn't start your own channel for free. And then we'll post to that channel. But as I mentioned before, if you don't have your own, well, then we'll just put it to your office YouTube channel. I don't know that much about Blogger. Maybe you guys and gals do. I don't have much experience with it. But once again, let me see. I'm real curious. No one ever asked me about it. Blogger software. Let's see what this is. I want to see what they set up. Blogger.com. Okay. Well, we would integrate to this too. Why in the world wouldn't we want to do that? Right? Blogs are huge nowadays. So if you haven't yet, do a free account with these folks, and then we'll be posting to them as well. Hit next. We're halfway done. Friends, can you believe that? Here we go with frequency. Now, notice at the top, these are for your listings. Notice my listings. You have the property site, which you know what that is. That's this. Do you want the video or both? Why in the world wouldn't you want both? And there's nothing extra for you to do. Okay, we put it all together. And you know what one of those are like. How do you do a video tour like that? Just take all the images from that you've uploaded for your listing, put them together, put a little nice music on it, video. And here we go. What are our options? Never once, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, manual. So I'll leave that to you to kind of make a decision. Some best practices that I've heard, if you have less than 5, you probably want to definitely limit how often you're re-showing that property, once a week, every day, but it is your call. If you have more than 5, then, I'd probably be going, much more frequently. You can always go manually too and just do it on your decide. But hey, the idea here is to automate. So pick one of these. Don't have to come in here and manually do another thing. So we're going to automatically post for you. First one you see, that's personal. Second one you see, that is the Facebook business page, Twitter, YouTube. And to Henry's point, and I get that question at least once a week, why not? We are working on it. Don't think that we're just saying, well, that wasn't easy. Let's just do something else. No, we know that that's part of the game. We want you to be competitive, so I foresee something happening in that arena. Lead BPen. What the heck's that? Well, there's nothing that you need to set up here per se. If you want to change the telephone number that you get that has the extension, dial this number and hit this extension to hear about this listing on your phone, for example. It's automated, so it's not your voice. Every time I've heard it, it's a lady's voice, and it's nice. It doesn't sound like a robot. But if you want to change it, you're going to come in here and change your PIN. And in fact, since I'm talking about this, let me just pull up a quick article so you have it in your back pocket about that. If you want to make any changes, let's see if I lead B. That's kind of there's the short code. And this is the other one, customize your 24-hour hotline. And just to help you all know where to find stuff like this, you're like, where did you go to do that? From KV Core, you can go to support and training and go to our support center. That's all I did, to search on an article. Or when you're in the CLM, core listing machine, you can do the same thing. In the upper right, there's also a support portal. So if I just want to say, hey, what's that lead be? I'll share these with you right now if you do want to change them, but just know that you don't have to. It's already set for you. Okay, so this is going to tell you where to find it. If you want to change some things. And then here is if you want to customize your 24-hour hotline, if you will, call-in line. Make it easy for them, right? Meanwhile, you're sleeping, hopefully someone drives by and you get a lead. And that's the beauty of kind of that. You don't even have to set it up. But if you want to, you can. You can go ahead and customize that. It's really quite easy. You reset a password and you're done. Almost done, friends. You're doing great. I really appreciate you here today. So with that, questions? This is where we're communicating with you. This all should be already entered, as I've mentioned before. If you want it to go to a different number or email, this is where you make the changes. Go to next. Stats. Let you know what's going on. How many leads, clicks, what's going on? Show me, and you can just pick once a week, never, give me the time. You can even include your previously posted listings or just new ones, depending. That's it. Can you believe that? That's it. And so once you click on that, now you do the hard work. You go get a listing, and seriously, it's as simple as that. Questions? How do you feel? And do you feel like you can come in here, go to KV Core, go over to marketing, go to core listing machine, come here. I would advise you to just go through all the steps. I just gave you kind of the quick one. If you go through the setup wizard here, I won't bore you once again. I know you're all sharp enough or you wouldn't be with Kai's. It's the same kind of idea. You'll notice it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stages in a wizard, and all you're doing is hitting continue on each, and you just can allow posting. Just another area you can do it. One thing I'll note here, MPLs, that's the marketplace listings. Definitely let's check that. Let's check that. And we're going to also send holiday messages. So in addition to those articles we're going to be sending, we're going to also be posting those for holidays, right? Just like you can do with KV Core, you can schedule emails throughout in the future. Hey, my whole database, Happy New Year, for example. We can do that for holidays already set up for you. All right, well, cool. If there's no questions, let me just bring us back and make sure we know what to do. And final call for questions. I will send this automatically, as I mentioned before. Let me show you one more time, if you don't mind. From CLM, what we affectionately call here at the company, also known as Core Listing Machine, used to be Circle Picks. Upper right, Support Center for Articles, Learning Portal. Go ahead and click that. We'll bring you to, well, you guessed it, the Learning Portal. You can either do that straight from here, or you can do it from Core or from KV Core. So if you don't see it immediately, so what do I see here? Lender Success Plan, Agent Quick Start, that's for KV Core, Admin KV Core. You can just go ahead and search up top to all courses. And then you're going to see core listing machine. You just want agents, not admins. That's it. All right. Well, I hope that was one of the better kind of trainings you've ever had before. I'm going to throw out this. I would be very appreciative and grateful if you let me know how I did, what I could do better. Not obligated, but sure appreciated. Let us know how we can improve the coursework, the content, anything like that. But that's the short of it, friends. You are connecting your social media. You're going to be deciding frequency. And that's it. There's no questions. I will wish you a fantastic and wonderful Friday. I hope that you get your next offer accepted or you win that new listing. One other thing I'd point out, since we're talking about this, playbooks, upper left. Thank you, Henry. Appreciate your time. Don't forget, when you do get your listing, although Core Listing Machine is advertising it automatically, if you folks weren't aware of our playbooks, and I went there from the upper left, I clicked playbooks, this right here will have your listing sitting ready to go. And all you have to do is start promoting. Now, this is not automated like Core Listing Machine. Once again, I'm in KB Core. But this really automates that whole process for you to manually do it yourself. So don't skip that step. You can notify your whole office, do some reverse prospecting. There's also a second text code that you could use if you want to leverage that's connected to you. And then you can post online in a few clicks. Landing pages, squeeze pages. So take advantage of that. Hey, Marcio, I just unmuted you. How can I help you, please? Oh, I see your question. Can you send me the recording? Oh, 100%. Marcio, give me about 30 minutes to process, and I'll send it to you directly. Got it. Thanks for your email there. You don't need to put that out, everyone, though, and I just appreciate that, Marcio, but I got you. If you registered for this, I'll get it to you. Thank you. I know you got a lot going on. The one thing I can mention for you, as busy as you are, just get this done and get this out of the way so you don't have to worry about it anymore, and you'll be confident that it's there when you're ready. Be safe out there, friends, and have a great day, a great weekend. Thank you so much. Take care.